Hey guys, welcome to D Mace's Rant. I'm D Mace, your ranter, and this is the Rant Nation. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. And today I just wanted to get on here and talk about Cape Crusader. I already did a video about it, did my review about it, but I watched it a second and a third time, like the entire 10 episodes through. And so I wanted to kind of delve into a little bit more of it. Some of the things that I thought were good, some of the things that I thought were kind of reaching, some of the things that I thought were kind of reaching. Let's start there, and then we'll end with the good. Some of the things I thought that were reaching. There was a couple things. This is set in the 1940s. 1940s, there was a lot of things that were not happening that you see happening today. Um, let's start. Let's start with Commissioner Gordon being black. Not to say that they didn't have black commissioners back then, but it wasn't a prevalent thing, I'm sure, not back in the 1940s. Um, Especially in such a broad thing like Gotham City, which is supposed to be a big metropolitan city, fictitious, of course, but that was something I'm sure you probably didn't see. I don't know. I didn't live back then, but just based off the history that I know about those time periods, that wasn't a lot of stuff you saw. Black people really didn't ascend to a lot of heights at that particular time. We ascended and we came to certain heights and certain levels, but it was very few and far between. At least on a grander scale, if you know what I'm saying. Within our community, of course, yes, but on a grander scale, you didn't see that. Okay, so there's that part. Which, again, I have no. Well, actually, let me correct that. I was going to say I have no problem with them turning characters black, anything like that. I do have a problem with that because my thing is I think characters should stay the way they are, and you should create original characters of whatever hue, sexuality, or whatever you want to turn them into. Anyway, that's just me. Anyway, so that's one thing. Seeing that particular thing happening with Commissioner Gordon. Okay. The other thing you didn't really see. Now, Montoya, I don't know if Montoya's bi or if she's gay or whatever the case may be, but she has taken an interest to Harley. And so her and Harley started dating, and they were going out on a date, and they started out. Now, I can tell you that kind of stuff did not happen back in the 1940s. Not on an open scale like that, where you're just like, oh, I'm just going to show up with this woman. I'm just going to go ahead and do this. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. No, that kind of stuff wasn't happening back then. No, no. They did that on a lower scale. They did that on behind the scenes, but it was not on a grand scale like you see today, where people are just open and doing these kinds of things. Now, that didn't happen back then. Um, for her to be so vocal about it and be open about it and be on the police force, nah. Not to say that it didn't exist, but as far as the broadcasting of it, nah. Um, the other thing, and I'm gonna just take all this with a grain of salt. This is just my thoughts about it. Harley, they changed Harley's nationality. Now, in the 1940s, and please, I'm just hear me out. In the 1940s, you did not see, and again, I wasn't there, I didn't live, but just based off of the history that I've seen of our country and things that have happened over time, you would not have seen an Asian psychiatrist tending to American people. Not in the 1940s, because this was that time. Um, so, again, maybe it was happening on a lower scale, but on a grander scale, you did not see this kind of stuff happening. So they changed Harley's nationality from a white woman to an Asian woman. So it's just a couple of things that I was kind of looking at. I'm like, this couldn't have been happening back in the 1940s. No, not these things that they're showing, and it just kind of goes to show you where we try to take these creative liberties, and I'm all for you taking a creative liberty, but if you're going to set something in a particular time period, let it be accurate, you know. And then of course maybe this is some alternate universe type stuff where these things were acceptable back then. Um, yeah, yeah. I just I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't get it. So they did this and it's set in that particular time period. But I mean, again, this is entertainment. This is TV. This is movie. This is what it is. So these things can be subjective to whatever they're going to be subjective to. But I guess my thing is, if you're going to paint a picture of something in a particular period of time, let it reflect those times of that period. Um, Again, I'm not against anything that they've done, but I just that those are just things that I was thinking about. The other thing, okay, so what else was it? They killed off the characters so quickly. Like they killed off some major villains. Like they killed off Harvey. Spoilers if you have not seen this. Spoiler alert. They killed off Harley. Penguin got away. Penguin Woman, I should say, got away. Um, they killed off Harley. They killed off Two Face. Yeah, they killed off Firefly. So they're killing off a lot of these villains, and I mean they have a whole plethora of villains to go through, of course. But that was an interesting take. Like they didn't get thrown in jail; they actually got off. They got killed or unalived, if you want to say it for YouTube's sake. Um, yeah, so I thought that that was kind of interesting. The good things I did see about this, and we'll go back into the good things. I did like to see that particular time period, that particular classic Batman, with the gloves and the longer ears and stuff like that. Him just becoming the Batman and still learning how to be the Batman and do these things is very fascinating to me. I enjoyed that. Enjoy that particular time period of this movie. I always wanted to see something like that. Um, I think the guy, Hamish Linklater, who does the voice of Batman, I think he did a great job. It was great to see Bumper in there as not Commissioner Gordon, but as Lucius Fox. He does some great voice acting for different characters. He does a lot of it, man, and it was good to see that. But yeah, this was overall, outside of all the other stuff, it was really good. I rather enjoyed it. I think Batman's BA. The opening credits is amazing. I love that whole montage. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to a second season. Hopefully that'll be coming. Well, probably comes out sometime next year. But I am looking for a second season of this. I did think it was great. The action was good. The acting was good. The storylines were pretty good. The view of Batman now and how he's not as nice to Alfred. You know, he looks at Alfred more of a of a servant and not really family, even though Alfred raised him. But then that begins to change at the end. But I thought this was pretty good. I loved the Catwoman that they did, the whole iteration of Catwoman on there. I thought it was all really pretty good. So I am looking forward to the next season that's going to be coming out with this. Yeah, that's my take on it, man. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. These are just my thoughts, of just some things that I was thinking about. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Again, this is D. Mace, your ranter, and this is the Rant Nation. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk soon.